Hi, Ms. Gail. Thank you, and Ms. DJ. Thank both of you for for this interview. It's very important to us as a church community, but more importantly, it's very important to the community. It's been 10 years, or it will be 10 years in about 5 months. It happened in 2011, and we sat there that night or stood there and watched the church burn pretty much to the ground. And it's important because we provided great services to the community for the elderly, and in particularly, Ms. Gail, to the children. One of the programs that we provided was a community marching band, where we would go out into the community and identify kids who were, you know, not being properly supervised after school. We would bring them in, and we would set them up with an instrument, whether it be a drums or a trumpet or something, and just try to get them focused and teach them discipline and let that translate into the classroom. And so that was a great program, the Love Center Community Marching Band, because whether you are a part of the ministry or not, you still could be a part of the band. So it was a community outreach. Another outreach was our Love Center Christian Academy. Although when the church burned down, we had to suspended the academy at the moment, but there were efforts in trying to reopen the academy. The academy was so vital to the community because it offered us an opportunity to work with kids one-on-one, those kids who may have fell through the cracks in elementary school, and by the time they got to junior high school, they were behind in math, they were behind in their reading or English or whatever the subject was. And we would just take them and work with them, bringing them into the Love Center Christian Academy and work with them. So it's programs, community outreaches like that we provided to the community of Apalachicola that we can no longer provide. But we are so excited about building the church. Again, it's been almost 10 years, and we are all elated to build the Love Center Church again.
So, and which is wonderful. When the church is rebuilt, what will be the strength of the community outreach? What is the priority?
Well, the priority again will begin to reach back out into the community and to some of our Patreons that were part of the ministry, first of all, because Ms. Gail, not only did we have the fire in 2011, we also went through a devastating Hurricane Michael, which Apalachicola was one of the areas that it devastated. So we also went through the hurricane devastation as well. With both of these catastrophes, natural disasters happening to our church and to the community, natural disasters happening to our church and to the community of Apalachicola, a lot of the members were displaced. So our initial effort would be to reach back out to some of the members. Hey, our church is here again. And after that, it would be begin to focus on the youth. And began to rally them and bring them back into the ministry, where we can begin to work with them with things like theater and community outreaches like that.
That's wonderful. As far as the church is concerned, what are you most proud of as far as what you're able to offer to the community? As far as the church is concerned, what are you most proud of as far as what you're able to offer to the community?
Our church will begin to reach back out into the community and to some of our Patreons that were part of the ministry, first of all, because Ms. Gail, not only diverse church, or is a very diverse church, and one of the things that we offer to the community is what Christ offered to us, and that is his unconditional love. And if there was one thing that I could choose from today, Ms. Gail, and that would be it. Love Center Ministry is we have a motto, and that motto is love is what it is. And the thing that I am most proud of as a ministry, we have exemplified that love. And even though we've been devastated, we have not stopped exemplifying that love throughout the community of Apalachicola. We have not stopped reaching out. Although we have not been able to reach out in the capacity that we normally would because of lack of resources, we still have been exemplifying that love. We still have been providing community outreaches, but just on a smaller scale. So the thing that I'm most proud of is that we are what we say that we are. We are love at Love Center.
That's fantastic. And I also, as far as the church is concerned, the church was, as I understand it, one the leading African-American churches in Florida.
Yes, it definitely was, Ms. Gail. The Love Center Church was the largest, most progressive church here in the Apalachicola community, and we have been for quite some time. When before me and my wife began pastoring the church, the founders of the Love Center Ministries, Bishop Daniel White and Pastor Shirley White, which are my pastors, they built a great church. And the reason why they built a great church is because they came in with a spirit of love that was inclusive and that it embraced everybody, and that you could receive Christ by faith and not by works. And so it was a great movement, and we are trying to continue that movement.
That's excellent. As far as the timing, why now?
Well, I think now is the most appropriate time because, again, it's been almost 10 years. And I just feel with everything that's happening in our country and the world, I think that it's time for all of us to rally together. Whether you be Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever your culture, whatever your background, again, Ms. Gail, it's all about love. And I think that it is time for all of us to rally together, whether it's helping us build the Love Center Church, whether it's helping someone who's fallen on hard times pay their rent, right? Or someone who's about to lose their car. We can be a financial helping hand to them, as we have been so numerous amount of times here at the Love Center Ministry. But now is such an important time in the history of the world that we would rally together from the four corners of this globe and let the love of Christ reverberate throughout this earth and make this earth a better place for God's people. Yes, so it's absolutely vitally important, Ms. Gail, for a church to be not only a church as a physical location, but also that they would reach out to the community in which they serve and embrace people who have found themselves maybe in this time of this coronavirus, this pandemic time that we are living in. And it's important for ministries and churches to reach out because people are hurting. People are so emotionally and mentally distraught because of what's happening with the pandemic, with the COVID-19, because of what's happening, we see happening all over the world. So this is a time for the church to stand up and to do what's right in the sight of the Lord. And it doesn't make any difference what religion or that you are a part of. No matter what your faith is, it's all about love in this time, in this history of the world. Love is the only thing that can save us right now. And we all must embrace it. But it must first begin with the church. It must first begin with those who confess Jesus Christ by faith. And I believe that this is the day of the church, that we would come together and that we would exemplify that to all people.
Excellent. Now, can you talk a little bit about the church's alliance with with TH19, which is a nutritional product that helps people boost their immune system, and how the company is banding together with you to not only help rebuild your church, but also how to better the health of people during the pandemic.
Absolutely, Ms. Gail. And Ms. Gail, I want to thank you and the CEO, Ms. Lynette Artin, both of you founders of Superfood My Body. I really believe that it's prophetic in a way, and this is what I mean. The Bible says that the Lord have given the leaves of the trees for the healing of the nations. In other words, God has put on this earth certain plants that when they are ingested into our body, they really do help our immune system. So TH19, which has 19 what we call microgreens, or 19 green plants that have been dehydrated and capsulized into a pill form. And that TH19 superfood capsule has been such a tremendous blessing, and in particular in the time of COVID-19 in this pandemic, because we know that the scientific and medical communities say that one of the things that it does, it attacks your immune system. So TH19 strengthens your immune system. So we're very appreciative to the company, Superfood My Body, to partner with the Love Center Ministries to help us rebuild the church, and taking part of your proceeds from this fundraising campaign and donating that back to the church to help us rebuild. So I think that the timing of all of this is so perfect, because people need to strengthen their immune system, Ms. Gail, and Superfood My Body, the TH19 product, does exactly that.
Excellent. Okay, that's great. Do you have any other comments that you'd like to make?
Well, I do want to say that we're doing this for no other reason that is to help rebuild the church. And I just want to personally thank every person that would even consider, whether you decide to donate and to help us or not. I want to personally thank you for just considering. And if you see this video, if you see this interview out there on the web, I just want to say thank you from my heart for considering to help us as a ministry rebuild. You will see from the news articles and from everything that we have been through that we're being honest and upright. Because you know, Ms. Gail, a lot of times people go out and fundraise, but they're fundraising for the wrong reasons, or they're not being honest with what they do with them. Every dime and every penny that we fundraise will be accounted for, because there will be an accountant and a lawyer that will be a part of this campaign. And so anyone will be able to, at any time, look and analyze the credibility of our campaign. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who would consider to help with this fundraiser.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Great. You're certainly welcome. Thank you.
All of God's people, honk your horn.
God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank y'all for joining us this morning.
Worthy to be praised. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he's a mighty God.
Yes, he is. Thank you for joining us this morning. All right. Yeah. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us this morning.
Make sure you get this picture.
All right, I'm taking it now. I got it. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. Thank y'all for joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Hey! Joining us. Thank y'all for
God
joining us
bless
this
you.
morning.
What a
Tanisha.
wonderful service. God bless you. God
Yeah.
bless you.
Yeah.
Amen.